something powerful that because most of us feel January things are tough, usually because we've spent so much for Christmas, and where a lot of people are indebted in January. And from that was the last January that was terrible for me. In fact, now I have more money in January. And if I realize, I use this model to even buy properties, because I then realized that a lot of people don't have liquid in January. And so properties that is probably going for £1,000,000, if you dangle 800,000 in January, some people are going to say, just give me the money, right? So because they have a lot of debts they've, acquired, in December, stuff like that. So, but those are part of the powerful principle of trying to build wealthy relationship, because money is a mindset. This whole concept of being rich is just about your mindset. It's, before the money touches your pocket or your bank account, it has to be in your mind. You have to see it. It has to be real before it then comes to become physical. So if you don't then change your circle, okay. And I've said this, and by the way, the year I made up my mind I wanted to have billionaire friends was the year I became a billionaire. This year, for example, was the year I said I'm done with billions in naira. I want to start doing dollars. And I had to connect with Grant Cardone since last year. I connected with him physically, and Cosmos Maduka, owner of Coscharis. I just started reaching out to those who are billionaires in dollars. And oh boy, it's a whole different mindset. Like I said, again, the mindset is just all I've discovered from when I picked a millionaire friend or mentor to billionaire friend and mentor is that just the mindset changes, then your income change.
Wow. As your mindset changes, your income changes. Wow. We've got our first question. Ayola, do you want to come off mute and ask your question?
Hello, Dr. Stephen. Thank you for the opportunity today. Apologies if there's any background noise. I'm currently on the train traveling from uni. But yeah, just to kind of dig a bit deeper into your story. So I think the first question that came to me was how did you actually go about finding those friends? Did you go to specific places? Did you do like a friend of a friend? You start with one? Did you just kind of go to random places to see, or did you start in, I'm not sure if you were studying at the time. How was it?
Beautiful. Very good question. Very, very good one. So when I was trying to get millionaire mentors, I was just wrapping up the uni. And so for me and I had pastor on campus. So a couple of the people that used to come preach for us on campus were millionaires, and then and then some of the seniors who had graduated as well, and then trying to connect with them. But at the point of the billions, I also looked inward, and in reality, they are around you. Sometimes we feel that they are far off, but they are around. When I wanted to start the billions, there was a gentleman. He was also, we attend the same church. He runs a construction firm that were doing, huge billions, and that was how I connected with the first guy. But of course, at the point of now wanting to do it in dollars, I was already rich and wealthy enough. So what I just did was say, who are those? Like in the case of Grant Cardone, I just booked a business class ticket from Nigeria to Florida, Ventura. Booked one of his conferences, paid, and was there. Voila. However, there are still certain, because that you meet someone at the conference does not mean the relationship get deeper. So there are two ways to really then get them to be willing to engage you and mentor you. Number one is you either serve or you pay. So for Grant Cardone, I had to pay. For Cosmos Maduka, I had to serve, right? So you either serve or you pay. And when I mean serving, everybody needs something. Sometimes we have this mindset that rich people don't need anything. For example, I was in London for 3 weeks for a conference, and you will not believe it. You will probably think me that I'm coming to do a conference. It cost us almost $100,000 for the last Global Wealth Festival we did. You expect me to have a PA. I didn't have one, right? And a lady who volunteered to be my PA for the event, oh, she had the best of me, went to play. I mean, it was just a free mentorship for her, right? So sometimes you just feel like, because they are this, they have it all. Because I remember when I was hearing Daddy Gio, founder of Redeemed Christian Church of God, mention this. There was a day he was preaching and he said, my son died. And, the interpreter kept quiet. He had to repeat it. I said, my son died. Because it was like, how can the Gio say his son died? Like, what happened? And I had to repeat the second time. And he was in London as well. And then he said, this son is so dear to me. So whenever I'm in London, he used to help me with my laundry, with food, with this. When I was hearing that, I was like, Daddy Gio, like, needed somebody to help him with laundry and, so if I said the last time I was in London, he was in the hospital. I went to pray for him at the hospital, and he was still asking me, so who will do this? I said, don't worry, just get well. That's all I needed. He said, as I left the hospital, his friends were calling me again to say, so person said I should help you with this, and this is how you want this to be done. This is how you want this to be done. So wealthy people also have needs. You just need to study them. In fact, one of the strategy I tell people, if you pick up somebody you want to learn from, right, and start following them on social media for like 6 months, I promise you, you figure out something that they don't have that you can offer, and that will make a whole lot of difference.
Wow, deep. That's good stuff. Thank you, sir. Anyone else? I think
So